This is Sportswrap Overtime. Welcome into the show, February 24th, 2026. Craig Loper, Brian Parsons, Jeff Snyder here in the Wavy Plus Digital Studio. And we are rolling after the Olympics, guys. How was the weekend? Everything
how'd the snow affect you guys?
It was cool to see come down for a few hours.
It was pretty when it came
nice.
down. It was a lot of snow, and then
Flurries were crazy.
And then it turned to rain, at least in Ghent.
It did. No,
and then it just kind of
rain.
washed it all away.
I was driving home from not Texas Roadhouse, Longhorn Steakhouse, picking up some food to go, and it started coming down right when I left. It was kind of actually distracting. When you drive, you look at it, the flurries, it's kind of like weird. So I had to like keep your eye on.
And these were big, wet snowflakes. They were huge.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it didn't really impact me. I looked out the window. I'm like, oh, that's nice. And then I went to bed and I woke up the next morning and it was gone.
Yeah,
it was all gone.
I was out there driving in it for about 20 minutes and it was a little kind of crazy. So,
but
cool
up
to see,
there, Northeast, man,
Man.
got hammered.
I saw a video out of Plymouth, Mass yesterday.
Like 3 feet, 2 to 3 feet.
Blizzard conditions. It looked like something out of a movie.
That's too much even for someone who grew up where I grew up. That's a lot.
No, and then
That's
I saw the map of it. This is nuts. That Arctic blast coming up top.
What was it? The Bombogenesis.
What was that? What do they
I don't know. That's some sort of weather system they have.
Oh, really?
Bombogenesis.
Maybe they talked about it on Beyond the Forecast before we came in.
They probably did.
The Bombogenesis.
I got to look that up.
It sounds like
I've never heard that.
You know, the backup shortstop for the Orioles.
Bombogenesis in what, 1915?
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. Yeah, man. James Catato's mom got stuck here because she couldn't fly to New York in recent days. I think she had to fly, like somehow they diverted her to, she was supposed to go through LaGuardia, right, on Long Island. Couldn't get to Long Island. Today she had to go through Atlanta and then to Syracuse. Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
She was here like an extra 2 days.
Having to go to Atlanta
and then go to Syracuse.
Yeah. That sounds awful.
But no, it was terrible. Crazy. So lots of snow in Milan, Italy the past few weeks.
How about that?
We saw that. The Olympics coming to a close on Wavy 10. And
we're just wondering, when is Aisha going to get back?
Apparently she's stuck in New York, right?
That's what I heard.
That's what we're hearing without official reports.
Her and Jeff Myers, who were covering the Olympics in Milan, Cortino for Nexstar, including Wavy and Fox 43. And
2 weeks straight.
Great coverage, working every day. They don't give them a day off.
Yeah, you need a day, you need at least one.
You got to give them a day off a week to at least. You're in Italy, man. Let them have a little fun. I know they probably go out and do some stuff.
They
but
did.
Right.
Aisha was having the time of her life, judging by her social media. She was going out and they'd seen all the shopping, all the fun, all the things.
The time difference was what, 6-8 hours ahead?
It's about 6 hours ahead.
6 hours, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so it wasn't like a crazy one. Like, remember Tokyo and Beijing? It was like 12, 14-hour differences.
Yeah, because when Aisha was doing live shots for like our 5 o'clock news, it's really like 11 p.m., 12 at night there.
So it wasn't
like
it wasn't a horrible time or anything like that.
I'm sure stuff was open.
Stars are made at the Olympics.
Oh my God.
Aisha now a star.
Yeah.
After her coverage.
She already was.
Do you look at like Alyssa Liu, who won the gold medal in figure skating, first time in what was it, 24 years or something like that?
First medal in 20 years. I don't know about the gold medal.
First gold since I think Salt Lake.
Okay, so anyway, the cool thing was, she had 200,000 followers on Instagram before the Olympics.
Right.
Now she has 5.2 million.
Wow.
That's what the Olympics can do.
That's what a gold medal can do.
For your reach.
Wow.
Yes.
And things like that.
And
my God. That's crazy.
She did it her own way, too. She actually quit figure skating 2 years ago because she was burnt out.
Yeah.
The coach... Figure skating is a tough sport.
Yeah, you start young.
Yeah. Your coach, you're told what to do.
You end young.
Yeah, and you end young because you're pretty much told what to do from the time you're 10 years old.
You got to live it and breathe it every day.
What you're eating,
Younger
what
than
you're
that.
doing. When she came back on her own terms. She's like, she told the coaches, I'm picking my music. I'm doing what I want to do in my routines, and I'm eating whatever I want.
Wow.
And guess what? It worked out for her. She was incredible. All of our figure skaters were incredible, I think. But I know.
Have you seen video of her doing the first pitch?
I have not.
When she does the spin thing, it's like she can even on normal ground. I mean, the way she can just.
Was it a Giants game or Athletics game?
It might have been from like last year. Yeah.
She is from Oakland.
Yeah, she's from Oakland. Right?
It was.
She was absolutely fun to watch. She does things her own way. She doesn't have
hair going.
She doesn't have the conventional look of a figure skater.
Yeah, when I saw her, I was like, oh wow, I was kind of confused, and then I was like, oh, she won because her hair and it's really cool for her.
And of course, she won 2 gold medals at this Olympics. The U.S. team won the team competition as well, which starts off the Olympics for figure skating.
Right. Yeah.
And of course, hockey, we get the sweep for the men and women, win gold.
Both over Canada.
The pros were allowed to play, which is good. The first time in like 10 years or something like that.
What a wonderful hockey tournament.
It was great. It was great. And the quality of play was unbelievable. But this 3-on-3 in overtime is lame, man.
Yeah. So apparently,
talk about gimmick.
I don't like it either.
The 3-on-3 was decided, at least for the men's side, because the closing ceremony was coming up. And they have already predetermined this. They schedule everything out ahead of time.
Right.
Because the closing ceremony was like 2 hours away from where the hockey game was being played. They wanted to have everyone from the last event at the closing ceremony. And if you do a 5-on-5 overtime, we all know how long it's going to last. That could last forever. And knowing these players, it would have lasted forever.
Maybe go 4-on-4 then.
I think I would have been happy with a 4-on-4 for 10 minutes. And then you can go to 3-on-3 for 10 minutes. And then if you really are tied, you go to the shootout.
Oh, man. Yeah, I was a little not confused. I definitely, it felt a little gimmicky to me.
Yeah.
You cannot determine the gold medal in the Olympics on a shootout.
No.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, no, I was never thinking shootout.
Would you do that? Would you do that for the Stanley Cup?
Absolutely not.
Right.
No, right. I was very disappointed in that. However, we got 2 golden goals from the United States. Megan Keller in the women's game against Canada. We finally beat Canada.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always a struggle for the United States in the Olympics on the women's side against Canada and on the men's side too. And then finally, after 46 years, we have an Olympic gold medal in men's ice hockey. What a wonderful moment for the United States. What a wonderful moment for hockey in general in this country. And let me tell you, I looking at the Canadian side, there were 5, 6, or 7 guys that I covered or watched as they grew up. Playing in the OHL, playing for Erie and Connor McDavid, and playing against Erie like Mitch Marner.
But look who the head coach of Canada was.
The head coach of Canada was John Cooper.
John Cooper, who we covered extensively and closely when he was the head coach of the Norfolk Admirals.
And I felt for them, but only a little bit because I mean USA baby, we got a gold medal again, and it's just going to do so much for this country. And shout out to Mike Tirico, how he wrapped up that broadcast.
It's good.
I'll never forget it.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's kind of like
he's at the peak of his powers.
Yeah, he is the best sports broadcaster in the world right now.
He's at the peak of his powers, man. To go from Super Bowl, Olympics, then he was like, now he's got to do NBA stuff. You know, it's just it's nuts.
He's in that age where this next 10 years he is in his prime.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like when you know, like I've gone down this rabbit hole recently of watching Price is Right clips.
On
YouTube. But Prime Bob is like mid to late 80s Bob Barker. He is so good.
Yeah.
He is so good.
Right.
He lost
his fastball as he got older, as we all
do. Even as he lost his fastball, me as a kid, I'm like, this guy's awesome.
I love Bob Barker.
And it took a long time for people to accept Drew Carey.
Oh my God.
Because everyone Bob so much.
I think Bob still had it in the late 90s, man. I mean, he looked different.
He did, but that era in the 80s, man, that was the prime. I mean, that show, man, it's so good. It's so well done.
It's great.
You get hooked.
Still on air for a reason.
You get caught in that rabbit hole, and
I think
it's harder to pick what stuff costs these days, though.
Yeah. Shout out to inflation.
Well, I think also because you could something on Amazon could be $30 cheaper than what it is at the store. You know?
I don't know how they do that.
And also they do California prices, so you're not from there, so you're guessing Virginia or Ohio prices, but I don't know what things cost in California. I know it's pricier.
So we've just compared Bob Barker to Mike
Tirico.
Yeah, but but the real comparison for me would be Mike Tirico. For me is probably how my parents, or maybe even you, Brian, thought of Howard Cosell.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
You think
in which way?
Howard Cosell was divisive and
really
polarizing.
I didn't know that.
And people hated him.
Interesting.
You either loved him or you hated him.
Okay.
He was an obnoxious jerk. He treated people like crap. He was drunk half the time in the booth. Mike Tirico is more of a level of a Bob Costas, who was a respected journalist.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas Howard Cosell was too. He wrote books and things like that. But Howard Cosell, man, was he was polarizing, very polarizing.
You don't hear too many people, calling Mike Tirico divisive by any means.
No, absolutely not.
Exactly.
I mean,
very united.
Especially that last sign off, that last minute he was on.
I listened to his Rich Eisen interview when he was midway through the Olympics. They were a week in or 13 days in or something like that. And his interview with Rich was unbelievable. It was awesome. So cool.
Yeah, he's absolutely wonderful. Shout out to Ahmed, who was also on the show.
It was cool when Bob Costas tossed to him at the NBA.
Yeah.
And Ahmed was like, oh, thanks, Bob.
Getting back to the hockey point here, I mean, again, on air last night, I called myself the most casual drive-by hockey fan you'll ever meet. But I woke up about 9:15 a.m. Sunday morning, and I turned it on immediately. I turned it on, and I caught the third period when it mattered most, and it was and I was entranced with the TV. I watched the overtime. My dog was trying to get out. I was like, I'm not letting the dog out. I'm watching this thing. And then I saw the overtime goal. Then I got the dog out. Then I went back and watched the celebration on rewind mode. But again, as the most casual drive-by hockey fan, I was like, this is awesome. Again, the 3-on-3 thing was gimmicky to me. I did not like that.
It was.
I didn't like that.
High quality stuff.
When he scored, and then the post-game interview with the sound. Oh man, it was so cool. And for me, again, I didn't know it'd been that long since 1980. I didn't know. I was like, we clearly have a gold medal in all that time.
Now we turn our attention to the winter or summer games in LA coming up.
Right.
And that's kind of, a little more popular for the people in this part of the country because we actually have people participating in it.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll have some people on the track side.
Yeah.
Kind of competing in the summer games, and
got a few more years.
You never know who's going to be playing for the basketball team, the next dream team.
They put out a possible.
Yeah, I don't know if we have any. I don't know if we have any local people on the dream team.
Oh no. KD said he wants to play again. KD's just a hooper.
We've only had two that I can think of. Would be Alonzo Mourning and Allen Iverson.
Yep. Sounds right.
Alonzo won a gold in 2000. Iverson won bronze.
Yeah, the bronze.
Yeah, the bronze in Athens.
04 in Athens. Low point for USA basketball back then.
Okay, high school basketball playoffs are underway.
They are locally in the 757. As of this recording, region semifinals happening and tonight, which is huge because you win that game, you go to states. Loser goes home. We were at a couple games last night. Green Run advanced, Green Run boys, Prince St. girls, obviously. And then we got some teams to talk about, though.
Yeah, let's talk about the boys.
Got some contenders on the boys' side. Brian is basically the beat reporter for the Hampton Crabbers this year.
He's been up on the
peninsula, and he's seen these guys in action coming off state title 2 years ago. Now they're trying to do it again in 2026.
They've won, and here are the Crabbers. And I tell you, man, they've got it all. They got size. They can shoot. They can defend. This is a highlight from a game against Denby. That's Kevin Parker, a great young player. And, that Denby, was it Denby that beat Hampton beat them in the first game?
Yeah, second or third game of the year.
But they got all these football guys, right, that play both sports. And when they played Denby in that first game of the season, they were kind of getting their basketball legs underneath them.
Yep.
So they lost that game. But since then, they've won 22 games in a row.
Yeah. When you see these guys, I mean, right here, this is Taft, or is that Taft?
That's Taft, yeah.
The size, the length. Wait till you see this move by Gavin Kay coming up. I think there's Kevin Parker with the tough look there. But Gavin Kay, eventually, when they see him in the post, the size just stands out. I mean, they're big.
They're big.
You don't see too many teams in high school that have two big men that can get in the post, put their back to the basket.
Oh, you remember that dunk?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Like even the Denby kid is like, yeah.
I wasn't standing in his way.
Yes.
Look at the crowd.
They're selling out the local gyms and stuff like that.
Hampton's more known for a football school, correct?
Well, they won many state titles in basketball.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah,
They're just
they won it
powerhouse.
a couple of years ago. Yeah, they're
athletic, well-rounded athletics.
They win state titles in girls basketball and boys basketball.
Yep,
it's a good program.
Yep. Yes, exactly. Eric Brown up there coaching them up. So.
I'll say, what did I say? Eric Brown looks like. I said he looks like a mid '80s heavyweight boxer.
Oh yeah, because
he looks like
the bald head,
where he's just gonna jab you to death.
Yeah,
like Larry Holmes, jab. Got
the Foreman look going on. But, so Hampton, they're clap 4. So. What we honestly don't think they'll get challenged till state quarterfinals.
There's Gavin Kay. Look at that big man.
Yeah, that was great.
And what's he going to play? Is he going to play basketball or football?
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't know.
I'm not sure what the deal is.
The Manor gave Hampton a little run for their money.
They did.
I will say,
you read that game
half.
For the first half.
They got a big man down there in Manor, too, 32.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But Hampton was able to pull away in the second half and get the win. They're winning all their games by double digits, basically.
Yes, Yeah.
So they're in class 4. And we definitely expect them to be one of the top contenders because I don't know of anybody in the area that's going to challenge them and to knock them out. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. They could have an off game. But
Class 5, Lansdowne had won its state title a couple of years ago.
Yep.
And they're one of the top teams. Tonight,
Lansdowne's class 6.
Lansdowne's class 6.
Yeah.
Lansdowne's Class 6.
Yeah.
And Green Run, who they're playing there, is
It's Class 5. There we go. Yeah, exactly. So
many champions.
Yes, Lansdowne. I was at their first round playoff game against Thomas Dale. They did you know, Jeff Snyder? There is a running clock in high school basketball now. Did you know that?
Is there?
You didn't know that, did you? I learned that 3 or 4 nights ago.
Well, is it because there's too many teams in the playoffs? We found that out.
Probably. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but if you're up 35 in the fourth, they run the clock.
I see.
So I showed up in the late third, and in the fourth quarter, it was running. Lansdowne was beating the crap out of Thomas Dale. And Damian Robinson, number 0, their sophomore guard's really good. They got a big man down there. They got a well-rounded group to score the ball.
Yeah, they're a great team.
Great team, athletic group.
Dwight.
And yeah, Dwight Robinson. So tonight is the big one. I know, depending on when you watch this, but Lansdowne, Oscar Smith at Lansdowne in Class 6 to go to states.
Yeah.
We expect it to be jam-packed.
Yeah, well, semifinals are bigger because the winner goes to the state championship. Yeah, Kings Fork is having a great season as well. They're a state title contender.
I feel like underappreciated Kings Fork this year.
And Norview is another top contender in Class 5. Class 5 is loaded,
Class
man.
5 is loaded, yeah.
Class 5 on the private school side, Catholic. A lot of people talking up Catholic.
Yeah. Look at this crowd. What was this? Kings Fork Nansemond River game?
Yeah, Battle of Suffolk.
Suffolk battle.
Are the private schools included in the?
No. They play for a separate state titles.
I was going to ask if it's different for football and basketball, but I guess not.
So if you count, because we have 2 divisions in Class 5, so we're talking 7 classifications in regions in public schools.
Right.
That's a lot.
A lot. That's what Ohio does. We have 7 divisions.
Yeah.
So it's like if your team doesn't get covered, it's because there's not enough people to go cover the game.
There's only 3 of us, guys.
We can only get what we can get.
Shout out to wrestling, by the way, real quick. I just want to say how cool their state wrestling tournament was last week on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, how was that?
It was awesome. It was very cool, packed house. Great. We have obviously a lot of great local talent. So
the Green Run kid won the state title.
Won it. First individual Green Run state champion since
34 years.
36, I think, years.
36 years. And then the Grassfield
goes back to back.
One of the most dominant.
Cox. I think Cox won some state titles.
Pocosin won another. That was in other part of the state,
right.
But shout out to Pocosin. That's a wrestling dynasty there. It's Pocosin.
It was just cool. It was just cool. I went to the Sports Center on Friday. It was great. Shout out to Dr. Patrick Schuler. Grassfield did an interview with me. James went out on Saturday for Championship Saturday. And it's just, there's a lot going on in that event. But if you kind of figure it out, then you can kind of realize how they do it by weight class, 106, 113, whatever. And then you can kind of figure out where you're going. Get your bearings, then it's real smooth after that.
They don't waste much time between matches.
No.
It's on to the next.
Yeah, and then they get the kids on the podium and stuff and recognize those guys. So I was just really impressed with the wrestling operation. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, that was good. I'm glad we were able to cover that because last year it got snowed out.
Yeah.
And then
the days.
They had to move them to all these individual sites
at
this brand new sports center. But, I guess it was already booked up when they had to reschedule everything. So
right.
Talking about PA.
Yeah, talking about girls basketball.
PA has won 15 state titles. 11 of the last 12.
Do you know their current win streak number they're on? I said it last night on the air.
Oh, no. What is it?
You guys
35.
Oh, brother, you're
207.
Doubled 66 in a row as of last night. They won 66 games in a row, I guess, dating back to maybe 2 years ago, because you play an average of 30 games in high school.
Yeah.
So they haven't lost a basketball game in 2 years.
They won 66 games in a row, huh?
66.
So the kids are going to really love their next win.
60.
Yeah, I don't think that's what it was anymore. I think that's already died.
I think it is dead.
I was at a game where they hit 67, a high school game, and I was asking one of the parents. I was like, "So is this done?" They're like, "Yeah, I think it's over."
I think
all right, good.
Was this from the Kellum game earlier this year, or is this last year?
This is this year.
Oh, this was last year. Okay, yeah, they're just dominant. I mean, they beat Cox last night. I think it was like 86-13. So
Micah Ojo is one of the great players in the country.
Yeah,
you got to wonder what she's going to do for her senior year. Is she going to stay at PA, which most of them do, or will she go to one of these academies?
Wouldn't blame her if she went to an academy and did her thing. My rule with the academies is for the local guys, the local girls and guys that are talented to go there to give us 3 years. I want 3 years. You can go for your senior year, but like if we get 3 years out of you, I don't blame you for transferring.
What would the reason be? Like Elizabeth Williams didn't go. And she was an All-American at Duke.
Different time. I think Elizabeth Williams was 10, 12 years ago?
Yeah.
I don't think it was as as it wasn't happening as often. Now PA is the outlier because PA is PA.
Yeah.
You're going to get your college looks regardless.
Oh, for sure. It's just to test it's just a challenge. You want to play the best of the best.
Yeah, it's
you want to play that national
It's
schedule.
kind of it's like going to a prep school.
challenge, the resources, you want to spotlight.
You want to play the national schedule of the powerhouse teams from California, Texas, Georgia.
And maybe now even in the era of NIL, that can
probably
also
too. That probably has something to do with
your chances to get some more money.
Prince saying one of the great dynasties in the entire nation when it comes to girls basketball. We're very fortunate to have this team lay in our
Shout
lap.
out to Giselle James too. She goes a little bit under the radar because of Micah, but Giselle James super talented and fun to watch too.
Tristan Rickenbacher.
Yeah.
They're always loaded.
They got everybody.
They're always
the
loaded.
press. They put the press on. They're not
all
gonna let
game
up.
long.
And defensively,
that's
active
Micah.
hands,
That's Micah Ojo.
active, and she can shoot it from the outside too. She's
goodness.
really improved her jump shot. Active hands. I mean, the length there alone, blocking shots, getting out and running, and then the ball handling, the way they share it, the way they move it. It's just
They're relentless.
relentless is the perfect way to say it.
They don't let their foot off the gas.
Crazy. It is a culture, man. It's a culture. This year in and year out, they've been winning for so long. It's just the expectation.
Everybody buys in.
Everybody buys in.
Everybody buys in.
The state championships will be at the Siegel Center in Richmond. You talk about a fine run event. That's a very well run event.
Yeah.
It's they got it down to a science on the clock, and they treat the media well.
Yeah.
Parking's easy. They feed us.
Yeah.
Because we're there all day. It's not like we're looking for a free meal, but when you're there for 10 hours or 8 hours, you got to eat, man.
Gotta eat. Yeah. No, it's a good setup. I know you guys enjoy it. In terms of other teams to possibly look out for on the girls' side, I was thinking, who did we just do? We did PA last night.
Mitchville, of course.
Yes. Manor girls are really good too. We got
They're 4.
They're class 4.
Class 4.
Yeah. Manor girls. We got an email about them. They're undefeated this year.
Yeah. They were
last year.
They were great last year. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
We like the Manor Gym.
Manor Gym is great.
The lights in the Manor Gym are fantastic.
The court and the colors, it all looks very cool.
Yeah.
Red, gray, black, it all works well.
And it's right down the street.
And it's down the street. Yeah, exactly.
Not as close as Norcom.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, Kingsford girls are good as always. Catholic girls on the public side.
Did you? Let me ask you this from a historical perspective. This whole booking the trip to states in the region semi. When did that start? Did that start when the?
That's always been the case.
Oh, it has always been. The case. Oh yeah, going back. Yeah, that's right. I was thinking at some point the region title really was more meaningful.
Like the old stories, like in '93, the semifinals was Bethel against Maury.
Okay,
Iverson against Joe Smith.
So it's always been that format.
Joe Smith got sent home. And
yeah. Region semis are super important. That's when they're gonna the crowd's gonna.
Yeah. I mean, if you win, you get to host the region championship,
right?
And you would have to travel.
Yeah. If you lose.
Right.
Or I mean, if you lose, you're eliminated. Sorry.
Yeah.
Region championship, you get to host the state quarter.
Yeah, and if you lose the region championship, then you host this.
Yeah.
In the states.
Exactly.
But there's too many teams in the playoffs. We talked about this with Larry Obama on our Sportswrap OT special.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to pick on anybody here, but Booker T. Washington was 0-23 and made the playoffs.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, that just can't happen. I even said it last week. That's not fair to the kids.
Yeah.
I've said it all along.
Yeah.
If you're the coach, you say, we didn't earn this. We're not playing this game. We're forfeiting the game. Life lesson, man. You didn't earn anything. You didn't win a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Tough times to make a team 0-21.
And then you go embarrass them against the number 1 seed. Like that's
Something's
ridiculous.
Something's got to change.
So, hey, the March to Madness is on for
Here we go.
college basketball.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
One of my favorite times of year.
It's a great time of year. Is Miami of Ohio still undefeated?
Yeah.
On them, they are. Okay, they're still rolling.
Yeah, but there's all this talk that they
lose
don't
the game
have
in
the
the
quad
conference
one win, so they're not.
If they lose the game in the conference tournament, they're out.
Yeah, they might be out.
That'd be terrible.
That'd be so dumb.
The committee would be stupid to do that. Just put them in. It's a great story. Put them in.
And you know what their response would be? Oh, we're just going to expand it.
Yeah, I'm kind of done with the expansion talk. I think.
They're not.
Oh, I know they're not. I know they're not. But I just like 68 is.
Why don't we just have all the teams in the tournament?
Yeah. Let everybody in.
Closer to home here. Old Dominion. It's been another terrible season for the Monarchs. I mean, they're going to lose 20 games. I think they play Marshall tonight. I mean, barring a miraculous run
tonight.
in the conference tournament, they're not. What a loss! Another lost season for Old Dominion, a once proud program that has fallen on hard times.
3 years in a row, 20 losses possibly.
I mean, come on.
Hey, they did make the conference quarters last year, which was a surprise. I don't know if they got that in them this year. Who knows?
Well, one of it was because that guy Robert Davis Jr. was hitting shots left and right, and he's been missing in action this year. And you're like, oh, you can't. They're just these Yeah, they're college kids, but these are college kids that are getting paid a salary. They're getting paid money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Probably some of them maybe more than $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
And they're one of the worst teams in one of the worst conferences.
Yeah, Sunbelt down bad this year.
We're talking, when you see the seedings in bracketology, they're putting the Sunbelt champion as the 16 seed. Some have them in the 16 versus 16 play-in game.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
Old Dominion was in a conference in the CAA where teams were getting single-digit seeds.
Unbelievable.
With multiple bids.
Yeah. That's crazy.
The Sunbelt's terrible
16
in basketball.
Game? Wow, I didn't know it was that bad.
I don't like it.
Dang. Ouch. Hey, football. This is good times on football side.
Oh, yeah, they're a football school, right? Norfolk State.
Is
really starting to put together on the men's side. Really starting to put together quite the season. This might be Coach Robert Jones, one of his better coaching jobs,
right?
Because he took over a brand new team. He lost everybody. Literally.
Yep.
Well, man, the Jordan Leaks and maybe one other guy.
Yeah.
But basically lost the entire starting lineup.
Yep.
He got this guy, Anthony McComb, to come in from
Hampshire.
New Hampshire, Bowling Green before that, and he's been a big difference maker. And see, they got some size here. They got some. They're really starting to figure it out now. They've won 4 games in a row.
Yep.
Trying to win another MEAC championship. It would be number 4 for Robert Jones, who just picked up his 250th win.
Yeah.
NSU one game back of Howard in the MEAC standings.
It always seems to come down to that often, at least in recent years. Norfolk State and Howard.
Thursday, March 5th, final.
They're going to play up
home game of the season.
It's a home game
here.
Okay, got it.
Joe Eccles Hall, doubleheader, men, and we'll talk about the women in a second. The women are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's good to see Norfolk State kind of.
I did
keep the train on the tracks, unlike another team in Norfolk.
I did I think I did the Morgan State game, or they played Morgan, and did the post game afterwards. And Coach Jones was pretty open and transparent. He said these guys, they didn't really have the connection off the court or on the bench that he would like. He said a lot of them are kind of subdued. The energy was kind of down. He said they needed these guys to. I think might be the game that. No, actually, I didn't shoot that one. But anyway, he was saying a lot of the energy was down. The kind of guys were just not cheering for each other the way they should. And he pretty much said that. And now maybe that has something to do with them kind of putting it together. They're finding their stride and having some chemistry off the court, which coaches talk about, like it makes a difference. So maybe they're figuring that out too.
Yeah, they've been a really fun team to watch. They seem like they're kind of coming together here and the post game and
alumni night.
Oh yeah, they were funny.
Yeah. And then on the women's side, man, they won 4 in a row.
They've won 4 in a row as well.
Okay. I thought it was even longer than that, but they were a little shaky in the beginning of the year too.
Jermaine Woods, here's some more of the men. This was against South Carolina State. Boy, they just kind of dominated this game from beginning to end.
Yep.
They had like 25 steals. Look at that move right there. That was
beautiful.
Nice.
Adrian Newton.
Man.
Adrian Newton from Maury High School. He's a MEAC Rookie of the Week this week.
I think he did he get honored for something? Or was that
Rookie of the Week?
Rookie of the Week. Okay.
Rookie of the Week. 4th time he's did it this year. So
I like how it's Rookie of the Week, not Freshman of the Week.
Correct. Yeah. It is technically Rookie of the Week. That's what they put out in the press release. But So on the men's side, on the women's side, again, Jermaine Woods kind of looks shaky, but then now they're kind of figuring it out. And they're one game back of Howard, right?
And he said, yeah. And he was talking about how, the chemistry was difficult to come by early in the season. He's basically bringing in a completely different system.
Yeah.
And he's got to get the girls to buy in. Mm-hmm. And he said there's been some tough moments. There's been a lot of disagreements, but this is a team that's got good head on their shoulders, and they want to be coached and they want to be pushed. And they again, it's going to come down to them and Howard again. My goodness.
If Jermaine Woods was honest too, and we're honest here, they lost Kiera Wheeler and they lost Diamond Johnson. Both of them last year averaged 20 a game. So this team is not as talented as the Larry Vickers squads of the past, right? So when you're not as talented, you got to adjust. You got to be, your scheme and your system has to be a little up to snub, because in the past couple of years when Norfolk State wanted a bucket, they just give it to Diamond.
Yeah.
And she would just get a bucket. Or they would just toss it down to Kiera.
And she'd muscle her way in. And she had some moves in the paint.
Ridiculous.
Too. Yeah.
So, this is a different dynamic. So that takes an adjustment, But they seem to be figuring it out. And with the MEAC tournament in Norfolk, man, they're always going to get the most crowd support and the most energy there behind them. You never know what they could do to win the tournament and get in. I mean, and that's huge. That's huge for a program like Norfolk State. Get in and get that the unit. Start getting those unit money, man.
Get the unit money.
What is it this year? We got to look up the unit number this year.
I really would love to see Norfolk State play Old Dominion in women's basketball. They need to play.
Man, that'd be when's the last time that happened?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Dang.
I cannot even remember.
Oh man, yeah, you got to make that happen. Man,
and Jermaine Woods got a big game coming up against at Coppin State, which is where he coached prior. So that's, we talked to him about that after the game on Saturday. We might run that on the Sportswrap later this week. Just, kind of emotional to kind of go back where it all was. I talked to him preseason. I was like, you had a good job. You're Division I women's college basketball coach. And, but he wanted to come home. He went to Granby High School. He's from Norfolk. So, and he's having a really, really good run in his first season after replacing Larry Vickers, who is having a tough time in the SEC.
Yeah, the SEC schedule, man. That's not easy. I mean, that's deep. Texas, LSU, South Carolina, Kentucky. Dude, I mean, you just start naming the SEC women's program.
Growing pains, though. I mean, South Carolina, man. That's the standard. That's the standard in the SEC.
I mean, you don't get a break. You don't get a break.
They have 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 5 teams in the top 10.
Yeah, it's crazy right now.
South Carolina, Vanderbilt, Texas, LSU,
Vanderbilt's
really Oklahoma.
Vanderbilt has really come on in sports.
Yeah, something's going on in Vanderbilt recently.
I think there is something going on in Vanderbilt.
For sure. Yeah.
But they've always kind of been a basketball school.
Yeah.
So
basketball, baseball.
Oh yeah, definitely baseball. Definitely baseball. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
So we got to get college basketball. Christopher Newport plays in their Coast to Coast Athletic Conference tournament in Santa Cruz, California. Wesleyan, I guess, getting ready for the ODAC tournament. William and Mary, still one of the last 3 teams to ever make the NCAA tournament. One of the original teams. I don't know if this is the year, but anything can happen in the tournament, as we saw with the William and Mary women last year.
That was a great story.
We got some big football rule changes here, folks.
Huge. The biggest rule changes you'll ever see.
The tush push is banned.
The tush push is banned.
What?
If you kick a field goal from 60 yards out or more, how about 4 points?
What? The NFL's
you're no longer
sweeping changes.
No longer allowed to punt the ball inside the opponent's 50-yard line.
Finally.
Okay. So these will be very interesting changes for the UFL this season. Which debuts on Fox here in a couple of weeks.
Oh, man.
What do we think about this? 4-point field goal in the UFL for a 60 yards out.
I don't like it, man. Just keep a field goal of 3 points. I mean, I love the UFL for experiments, I guess, but just kind of weird. 4 points? It sounds weird.
I think field goals are so easy now. The kickers are maybe not easy. The kickers are so good.
Right.
I think it's too wide.
Maybe too wide.
I think there needs to be. We're going to have to. Kickoffs look completely different than we grew up watching.
Right, yep. Correct.
I think that goalpost is going to have to look different.
Do you want to narrow the goalpost?
Well, I think maybe you have like 4 poles.
And then each where you hit it is a different point.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a video game in a way. You're going for the target. It's like almost like darts.
So down the middle would be 3, and then if you hit it outside of the 2 poles, it's like 2
or whatever. It's something else.
Yeah.
Well,
and the NFL's not afraid to play with the rules here.
I think the idea with this, it's kind of like a 3-point shot, right? But in basketball, because it becomes a 4-pointer in football here.
Yeah.
Because 60-yard field goals are so common now. There was a guy who hit like a 72-yarder, Cam Little from the Jaguars. He hit, it was like in the preseason.
Yeah, in the preseason. Yeah. No, it was. That's right.
But you bring up the 3-point. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk.
Yeah.
What do we do about that?
The NBA?
Yeah. It's too reliant, man. The game is boring. These games, the NBA regular season is almost unwatchable to me because all they do is just chuck up threes. I love the playoffs.
Yeah.
You can't take me away from the playoffs. I mean,
Adam Silver pretty much admitted it when he said, "Oh, we're a highlight-based league anyway. Just watch us on YouTube."
So but Paul Pierce was saying something like the 3-point shot isn't always available.
Okay, right.
Like maybe it's not worth 3 in the first quarter or something like that. Maybe you only have certain periods of the game where the 3-point shot is eligible.
Oh man, that'd be a crazy one.
We're adaptable.
Now look,
there used to not even be a 3-point shot.
I'd be more likely to add a 4-point shot.
There used to not be a shot clock.
Yeah, I'd be more likely to do the 4-point shot before messing with the quarter type stuff. I would love to see a 4-point line in the NBA.
That'd be sweet.
Hey, they do it in the Philippines.
They do. That's right.
I mean,
in the Philippine Basketball Association.
Steph Curry would probably be like, what the heck? How come we didn't do this 20 years ago? I would have been the all-time leading scorer.
Yeah, he would have been.
Yeah, what if people like Jerry West would like, what if I had a 3-point shot? I mean, it's
so things are always changing. I appreciate a league's ability to adapt. I just don't want to get too gimmicky again. That's what I don't like. I want to avoid I don't want it to be gimmicky. And I think there's a balance.
The kickoff rule feels gimmicky.
The kickoff rule feels gimmicky.
But I thought that too until I saw it being turned into touchdowns. You can return it.
Oh, for sure.
It has happened.
Yeah.
So
sure. Yeah.
I mean, like the onside, you have to announce.
The declare thing is stupid.
I mean, but we adapt. We adapt.
No, of course.
I think something's got to be done with this 3-point shot.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
But tush push ban in the UFL.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the big headline from this.
Yeah, the NFL decided we're cool with it this year.
They're saying that. They're not even bringing it to the competition committee this year, which is
maybe
astounding.
Maybe the 4-point field goal 70.
Yeah, that would.
I could do that. Yeah, that'd be good.
In the NFL, 70 yards.
Yeah, end of a corner free kick. End of a quarter free kick.
Maybe
that would be cool.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
My thing with the NFL, and this is Stu, you guys are gonna hate this one that I've always thought. If you play the overtime Brian wants, okay, you implement the 10-minute clock, right? Well, at the end of that 10 minutes, if it's still tied, you do a kickoff. You do a field goal off. You do a shootout. Field goal kicker, 40 yards. Line it up. Kick for kick.
Got to have a good
50
kicker.
yards.
How valuable is a kicker?
60 yards. Kick for kick. I make it. You miss it. I think that would be incredible. Only
the NHL
if the overtime
rules.
did not score.
A lot of people
like that. That's my new one.
I'll tell you what, a lot of hockey fans hate the shootout, but so I feel like a lot of football fans wouldn't like that. But
yeah, I'm sure people would hate it.
If there's a place to try it, it's the UFL.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. That's why you do that.
Dwayne The Rock's UFL.
Yeah. No, I mean, the UFL's what? 10 weeks? 8 weeks?
Something.
I don't watch it.
I don't know.
I don't watch it.
I do appreciate the experiments, though. Because this is where the kickoff rule came from in the NFL.
Yeah,
the UFL was doing this a couple years ago before.
Yeah,
so.
And even the old USFL back in the 80s did a lot.
Yeah, they
of
did
things.
a little different things.
Yeah, and they had 2-point conversion.
NFL people are watching that.
I think the NFL decided to back off trying to ban the tush push this year because people finally figured out how to stop it.
Somewhat, yeah.
Somewhat.
More stops this year.
More stops. Yeah, it wasn't like a 99% success rate like it felt like the year before.
I'm kind of against the tush push. I just think it's stupid. It's stupid. I don't think you should be able to. I don't think you should have multiple people pushing from behind. Just do a traditional QB sneak.
The problem I've had with it the entire time is that there is almost always a false start. There's almost always a penalty that never gets called on it.
Yeah.
So
I just don't think guys should be able to push from behind. You could do the QB sneak, but just do the QB sneak. QB's got to get it on his own.
Yeah, I'm with. That's kind of where
the 2 people, 3 people. How are you supposed to stop that?
I don't know.
You can't stop it.
Can't stop it.
So, yeah. Well, by the way, sticking in the NFL, the scouting combine did open in Indianapolis this week. All the GMs, coaches are at the podium. Commander spoke today. Dan Quinn. They're going to talk about their team needs, their offseason. Looking at the rookie class coming in. I saw a mock draft that had them taking Ruben Bain out of Miami, I think 7th overall, the edge rusher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw that one. That was this morning. I think that was Daniel Jeremiah.
They basically need.
They need everything.
They need everything.
They need everything. So,
I mean, they were terrible.
Yeah. They have no presence on the edge. Corner, they're going to cut Marshawn Lattimore to save $18 million, as they should.
They really should.
Oh no, they're doing that's official. They're going to do it.
Their defensive backs are questionable.
Defensive back. They need a linebacker. They need another receiver. I mean, they just need everything. They need to get younger in certain spots.
Do they just need a tank this year again?
No. They're not that bad.
Okay.
Like they can still be competitive, but they're not.
If they get
Tennessee Titans level bad,
they didn't have their quarterback, that's
they're not like Tennessee Raiders bad. They were bad last year, but they weren't that bad. Mm-hmm. So, but the scouting combine is an interesting note for all the Eagles fans around here in the Wavy building. Nick Sirianni was like, "Oh yeah, we kind of expect to have AJ Brown around, but we can't guarantee tomorrow." I was like,
"What? Does
that mean you're going to trade him?" Like, I don't know, maybe so.
It's a very interesting team, the Eagles, and the culture that they have there, because they just won a Super Bowl a couple years ago.
They are winning. They've been winning.
Go to Super Bowls.
Yeah.
I feel like he's always on the hot seat.
Yeah. Oh, he is.
Nick Sirianni is always on the hot seat.
For sure.
That's Philly's one of the only places. Doug Peterson won a Super Bowl and got fired.
Yeah.
Andy Reid got fired.
Yeah.
They will fire you.
It's crazy. It is an interesting organization.
I think it's one of the best organizations
for sure.
in the NFL.
It's one of the
It's a top
front
five.
office. Yeah,
no
for
doubt,
sure.
no doubt. But then you take like the Cowboys in the same division. It's like their coaches that should get fired. They get like 8 years.
Completely.
They got to keep running it back.
The quarterbacks get the crazy extensions. I mean, they walked away from Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
They will walk away.
They'll walk away from Jalen Hurts if he has another bad year.
They will. They'll walk away from the coach.
Yeah. It's
crazy.
Yeah, something in the water.
But they win, man. They win.
Howie Roseman, their GM, is probably the best, one of the best right now in the league. So
I wonder what they're going to do with their stadium situation.
Is that one they need to ramp it up?
Well, all those stadiums that kind of got built around that period of time are starting to
late 90s
get into that. What do we do here? Are we going to do the major renovation like Carolina's doing?
Yeah.
Or do we just do the
location's great for
rebuild a new one?
The location, people love the location.
Excellent location. It's very centered. Sports centered.
The baseball stadium's right there.
You got the baseball stadium. You got
South Philly. Yeah, you got everything there. It's incredible.
Isn't it off 95 too?
Yeah, it's incredibly easy.
Very easy to get to.
And they're building a new arena for the Sixers and the Flyers. You've already got the baseball stadium there. You got the football stadium.
Right. Yeah,
if they were to build it, they would more than likely build it in that.
Yeah, where it's at now.
Because that's where the vet used to be, right?
The vet used to be there. That's where JFK used to be. That's where the Spectrum used to be.
Yep.
All the arenas are there. We're there.
Yeah.
And they just keep rebuilding there. It's very impressive.
The link, I'd imagine. Yeah, I mean, you got to renovate that thing if it's time.
But does Philly want to get on the dome trend?
Oh wow!
I just build a new one.
That'd be crazy.
I feel like the acts you can bring into a dome would be very good, but Philly's it already has so many venues and so many good places to watch shows that I feel like they wouldn't be necessary.
Yeah, but you don't have a 75,000 seat stadium elsewhere. That's the only one.
Yeah. That's a crazy. To dome it or not to dome it is the question. That's man.
I mean, Cincinnati's going to run into this.
Yeah,
Cincinnati is not putting a dome on that place. They are way too cheap.
They've talked about it. There are proposals.
There's no way they'll spend the money for that.
Yeah, but no, they will. Of course they won't.
I think they. No, yeah, they're going to get the taxpayers.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, of course.
50. They'll pay 50% of the taxpayers.
The Steelers are going to have to face some questions here. The Browns have already faced theirs, and they're building a dome.
Mm-hmm. The Indiana Bears coming out. That's all posturing for me.
The Gary Bears.
There's no way. There's no way the
possible way.
No, they're going to Hammond. It's Hammond.
Hammond?
Yeah.
Okay.
My dad was born in Gary, but raised
Hammond
in
Beach.
Hammond. I've been to Hammond.
It's like 20 miles away from.
It's closer than people think. People think it's like, oh my God, you're going to another state.
Oh no,
okay,
it is okay, but you're also Arlington Heights, where they want to build the new stadium, where they bought the land where the racetrack was.
Yep.
That's more southwest.
Correct.
That's where your money is.
Yes,
that's
correct.
where your population base is.
Now you're going southeast.
Now you're kind of going away from it.
Yeah, no, I get it.
If you're in Indiana.
Yeah.
So
it's not going to happen.
There's no way.
There's no possible way.
That's just politicking right there.
It's total politics.
Because you'd be moving it away from your fan base. Why would you do that?
The Chicago Bears need to be close to Chicago, even if you go.
They need to be in Illinois and close to where their fans are. Yeah. That's what they need to do.
The furthest they could probably go is like Joliet, which is like an hour outside the city.
Which is where the
track is.
Yeah.
Where the racetrack, where the Chicagoland Speedway, where they are going to have
like Hammond Beach, Indiana is Chicagoland. Yeah, it is obviously it is a part of the metro area, but it's kind of be like if the Tides built a new stadium and they built
Suffolk.
it in Currituck.
Okay. Oh yeah, true.
And it's still called the Norfolk Tides
in Currituck County. It's like, well, you're still in Hampton Roads. It's like, yeah, you kind of are, but you're further away from the population.
Yeah.
Base, so
no, it's crazy. How much time we got left here?
About 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Michael Jordan, back-to-back wins.
Man.
Yes.
How about 23-11 starting the year hot?
Tyler Reddick, man. What a start to his season. What a start for
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch Atlanta. So was the finish at Atlanta more boring?
It was excellent.
Awesome. It was great.
Atlanta has become the best track on the schedule.
Really?
Yes, it has.
I think Carson Hocevar is great for the sport.
he's wonderful.
He's this guy. He's a loose cannon out there. He's just kind of this renegade that's like, here's what I'm doing, and I don't care if I take you out while I'm doing it or take myself out.
What team is he on?
He's Spire Motorsports.
Okay.
Drives a 77 car.
He's not popular in the garage.
Oh no, they all hate him.
But you know what makes the sport interesting is by having guys that aren't popular in the garage.
Yeah.
Guys that ruffle the feathers. Dale Earnhardt wasn't necessarily popular in the garage.
No, he was not.
Because he did things his way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not my God, I'm not comparing.
Yeah,
No,
Carson Hocevar.
Carson Hocevar has not even won a cup race yet.
You know what we're talking about here, but it's but the Tony Stewarts and those guys that kind of controversy's good.
Beat to their own drums,
So go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so the end of this race. So
what happened?
Bubba Wallace led most of the way again.
Okay, all right.
He threw a block on Hocevar and it just completely kills momentum. Tyler Reddick, who had been involved in a crash earlier, was missing a right front fender. Went out front, and he was just able to hold off Chase Briscoe for the win. And now 23-11 is 1-2 in the cup standings.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Is crazy.
So
to think
was
about.
it like Daytona was like it came down to the last lap? This was also a last lap.
Last couple overtime.
Overtime. Okay,
They did the overtime thing
because William Byron blew something.
Yeah, he crashed and caused a
But
caused a pileup.
It's crazy that Michael Jordan is so successful in NASCAR because he was absolutely a joke of an owner and a joke of a general manager.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
The horrible GM.
There needs to be
owner.
a documentary about the Michael Jordan owned whatever their name was multiple times, Bobcats, Hornets, all that type of stuff. I would watch the Michael Jordan
Wizards
30 for 30 ownership on the Bobcats and Hornets. That's the one they need to make.
I think there needs to be a 30 for 30 on the Jordan the Wizard years.
Yeah,
And
how about you just start it right there?
And how that went down.
Yeah.
And how he got I can't even remember the guy's name. The old owner. The old owner.
The Hornets?
No, of the Wizards.
Of the Wizards.
That fired him.
Ted.
No.
The guy before him.
The guy that built the arena. The guy that built the Capitol Center.
Right.
The MCI Center.
No, well, the Capitol Center was in Landover.
Okay.
So he built both of them. But once Jordan was done that year, he literally fired Michael Jordan. And there's that shot of Jordan leaving the MCI Center garage in his Corvette with the top down, just driving off into the sunset. It's like, my God.
Yeah, they need to make that documentary ASAP.
But yeah, Tyler Reddick winning again.
Hey, Poland.
There we go.
Yes. He's winning again. And then my world's colliding again. He shows up on Monday Night Raw. Driving CM Punk.
Monday Night Raw was in Atlanta.
Yes.
Yeah, my buddy texted me that.
Yeah,
He's like, I didn't know wrestling was in town.
Yeah, and then he drove CM Punk, another guy with Chicago ties.
Yeah.
And so
TKO.
you should,
Well, 2311 is getting it started.
TKO.
TKO.
I told you. I told you my thoughts.
We're not going to end this show on too somber here, but we'd be remiss to mention Roniel Whitaker passed, Lake Taylor legend, Virginia Tech, great player in high school, 6,400 yards, 84 touchdowns for the Lake Taylor Titans. His last year, I think there was 1998. First year at Tech was 99.
He was great.
First Virginia Tech All-American as a defensive back in 34 years at the time. I think in one of his years he had 5 or 6 interceptions. Played with Michael Vick.
Undersized, but just made it to the NFL.
He was 46 years old, played 6 years in the league, Vikings, Bucks, and someone else that I'm forgetting. But thank you to Hank Sawyer for sharing a few words about Roniel, the nephew of the late Purnell Sweet Pea Whitaker, obviously. So a lot of Norfolk ties right there. That sad news came down over the weekend. His family did release a statement along with the Minnesota Vikings about it. So
I can't believe it, man. 46.
Yeah.
terrible.
So
God, he was such a good guy, man. We interviewed him. This is my era now. I was at Wavy when he was in high school, and he was like one of the go-to interviews, man. Kind of like the spokesman of the team.
So well spoken. I watched an old interview with him.
Goes to Virginia Tech, and he's the first All-American and defensive back in 34 years.
Crazy.
I did not think he was going to make it to the NFL. I thought he was too small.
He was undrafted.
But he did. He battled his way there. Played for Mike Tomlin with the Vikings when Tomlin was the defensive coordinator at Minnesota.
That's right. The famous locker room story. That's right. But
the famous locker room story is Bruce and I are there to interview Roniel Whitaker. It's a Monday night game, and we got to drive back. It's like at this point it's like 12:30, and Roniel says, "Hey man, you guys got to interview our defensive coordinator, Mike Tomlin. Man, he's from Hampton Roads. He's going to be an NFL coach one day."
Yeah.
And Bruce and I are like, we gotta go. We got a long drive ahead of us.
Oh God,
I wish we would have. But rest in peace, Roniel, man.
Roniel
My God,
Whitaker,
so
man.
sad news.
What a career. That's all we got for Sports Wrap Overtime today on the show. For Jeff Snyder, Brian Parsons, I'm Craig Loper signing off. We'll see you next week.